There's a lot of conversation almost every time I talk to people about AI about what are the jobs of the future? What should I do to make my career AI safe and my role AI safe? And part of it is there's all this data flying around about junior jobs disappearing and AI disrupting this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Some of which I think is not accurate. Like a lot of the jobs that have disappeared haven't disappeared because of AI. I've seen a chart that shows that on the first day that ChatGPT was launched, people stopped hiring software engineers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Things never happen that quickly. But one of the questions is, well, what jobs are going to be created? What's new happening as a result of AI? And there was a super article in the Washington Post about jobs that are being created at the moment. And so, interesting stat, 20% of US professionals have got job titles that didn't exist in the year 2000. So in the last 25 years, 1 in 5 workers have got a job that's been created since then. And now, I think that's getting faster and faster with AI.
Yeah.
So we know that some jobs are under threat, like entry-level lawyers. But here's a list of the jobs that are being created.
I'm looking forward to this one.
You were going to love some of these.
Engineers not in there.
So AI conversation designer.
Okay.
So think about that. Let's put it into the context of, let's say, a customer service department. If you're going to start doing some of that customer interaction with AI, then you're going to want that conversation to be a positive one for the customer. So it might be, what's the personality that we're going to communicate with people in? What is the flow of the conversation? A bit like with a call center where it's like, warn them that this call is being recorded, then ask them what their query is about, then start to answer it. And so designing that conversation with AI becomes a profession. And so skills inside there are psychology,
English,
script writing, prompt engineering, context, like a mix of human skills and technical skills to be able to do that. Second new job, knowledge architect. and when you think about it, knowledge used to be structured in a way that was one way. I was taught to use the Dewey Decimal System in the library. And then you get a book and go, well, does this belong in travel or does this belong in geography or whatever?
A shelf in the background there as well. It's already Dewey Decimal.
Well, at least I'm not one of those heathens that arranges their books by cover. Anyway, so if you think about the way we can do things now, where you can have multiple tags, knowledge is embedded within books, not the book itself, but actually individual sentences or whatever. So think about how you might design that for AI. So knowledge architect, interaction designer. Now that's been growing anyway. If you think about your favorite mobile apps, they have an interaction that's really, really useful. And then you go to another app and the same thing doesn't work in that app. And so there's a whole load of things like that where you think about how do we optimize the interaction?
User interface design.
Not physically, but if you're thinking about AI, it's going to have conversations and things like that.
Yeah, love it.
An AI artist engineer, growing in the film industry. Prompt engineering, that was the first one that started to appear.
The engineer, the fact that they use in tech and philosophy, they always use engineers and architects. It kind of kills me a little bit inside every time I hear that. But anyway, keep going.
A human AI collaboration lead.
Oh,
so as we see more AI agents working in organizations, there's going to be more interactions between agents and people. And how do you make sure that works? It's not just managing the agents, but it's managing the interaction. An adoption strategist, that sounds like change management to me with a new label.
Yep.
A responsible use AI architect. That's the person that goes, I know we can do this, but should we? And how do we do it safely? An orchestration engineer.
Connecting agents together. MCP and everything.
And of course, an AI engineer, an AI architect. The next one is really interesting. A data annotator. Now, Dan, you and I have already got the data annotator badge because anytime you do one of those things that asks you to identify where there's a traffic light in the image, we are annotating data to help driving cars. Head of AI, chief AI officer, all of those roles. And then roles above it, like if you're going to have a head chief AI officer, then obviously you're going to need to be a vice president of AI and then a senior vice president of AI. That just keeps going.